So what I find really useful is when you record a video, you upload it to YouTube. There's a little app that you can get that will write out the whole of the transcript, but also summarize the key bullet points. I find that really helpful when that goes on to YouTube. So that's generally the way I tend to do it because it gives me more control over my content. Not that I'm a control freak or anything, but I like to know where it's going. Right. So if you want to check your own chats as well, you should now have chat and work. On your screen. Can everybody see chat and work?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. So think of chat exactly. Huh?
No, I'm just looking at for it, Wendy. So bear with me a second.
Yeah, it should.
So where would the work be?
So
at the top. Okay. Yeah, got it.
So you just go into ChatGPT when you open it, then you've got at the top, very top, you've got a slide bar that says chat and work.
No, I've just got ChatGPT Plus. It says new chat, library, schedule, plugin, codex.
So that's the
page.
That's the left-hand side. Swing across to the middle where it says ready when you are.
Oh, in the middle, yeah, chat and work. I can see that. Yeah, got it.
So right, you've got chat and you've got work, and they are very, very different to one another. So before they created chat and work, we used to have something called codex, but it was very complicated. I never touched it because it was just way too complicated. And it's basically where you could create apps, website pages, interactive reports. It was more digital. What they've done is they've taken some of codex and they've weaved it in with chat, and they've created something called work. So rather than learning to code, you can just give it a simple task, and then it will use codex to make a decision as to what it is that it's going to create. So Heather, you know that you did your questionnaire on people. You did a questionnaire, people come to it, they answer the questions, it gives a report, and then they get sent an email. So you can now do that with inside of chat.
Okay, yeah, because I did that. I went to Claude to do that because it needed HTML.
Yeah.
And Claude. So I kind of did the work for the input on ChatGPT, and then I took the input and gave that to Claude as a document and kind of went, now create the quiz with a sort of a sliding scale from, infrequent.
This will do the exact same thing, and it'll create you a website page as well at the same time. So we've now got sites with inside of ChatGPT as well. So think of chat as more conversation based, and think of work as a process, a more solid piece of work that might be more digital. I'm going to explain this in the way that I've been using it in my own business, so you can relate some of that to your own business. I can't go over everything because I just don't understand everything yet. And of course, there's no training on ChatGPT as to how to use it. So I've just been adapting it to my own business. So this is how I started using work. So I always use the CEO, Lucas, continuously throughout the week. And then what I started doing is I started to think about, so hang on a minute. We've got chat, work, and there's something else that I've completely forgotten, something called skills. So think of the agents as equivalent to being a book. They've got a great deal of depth. They're based on conversation. You can go backwards and forth. A skill is something that you can bring into an agent to carry out a very specific piece of work that you have been using the agent for. So with Lucas, I use Lucas every day of every week, apart from Saturday and Sunday. And I will then bring in a skill and say, evaluate this conversation at the end of the week. So one of the skills that I have created. So skills sit in plugins.
Okay.
So if you go to plugins, you will see in the center at the top, plugin and skills. So when you're using the agents, you want to think about what skill can I create that will help this agent do a slightly different job? Maybe create a report, help me to make a better decision isn't the right because Lucas will help you do that anyway. It's not the right methodology. You might have been using Lucas during the week and you're having lots of conversations with different people around a specific topic. So one of the agents that I've created is called Market Intelligence. And what it will do is it will go through my conversation with Lucas and it will pull out anything to do with the AI book companion and the conversations that I've been having with people. And then it puts that into a report. So I can, let me just open it up. It will take extract the information and put it into a report so I can understand what the objections are, what people are leaning into. So it's like another layer on top of Lucas to extract information from. Is that making sense? It's a little bit complicated.
Sorry, Wendy, can I just go back where you said you went into plugins and just went skills?
Yeah.
I just tried to do that.
Maybe you haven't got any skills.
So you have to create each skill.
Yes. Each skill is unique in its own right. So if you go to plugin, you should have plugins and skills.
Okay.
So
And
got it.
I've got the skills tab, but it says no skills assigned.
Yeah. So you haven't created any.
On this session today, are you going to show us how we create a skill? Because I haven't got a clue.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah.
So can you just then step one back? Because if you go in, hit skills, and it says, obviously, you don't have any skills yet, then you can either create with chat, create with editor, or upload from your computer. Those are the options we have.
So what I would do to start with, to learn how to use it, is so have you all got a regular chat that you use from the agents? So for me, I use Lucas every day. Lucas is like my, he's my CEO. I put everything through Lucas, emails, any decisions I'm thinking about making. I use this as Lucas is like my secretary.
I've just started using them again recently.
Yeah.
So I wasn't doing anything for a long time, but the last couple of weeks I have been. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So what I would do is I would open up a chat that you use consistently, and I would say, read this chat, give me a list of skills that I could possibly create from the above conversation, and just see what it gives you. So if you do that now while we're sitting here, rather than going away and doing it, I think it would be more helpful.
Wendy, could you do that in a project? Because I put all of my stuff in projects.
Yeah. So this is how I've been doing it, because I just find it more beneficial this way. Rather than me thinking about what skill do I need to create, because there's trillions of them, I do it more in line with the work that I'm actually working on. So it complements what I'm doing rather than, Penny's got 75 skills. I think you said you've got 75 skills, Penny?
No, that's agents rather than skills.
Okay.
But I do have a few.
Yeah. Well, skills with your agents will be absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. It's completely, it gives you a completely different perspective because a skill is very much one chapter. You know, it's one piece within a chapter. It's really honed in, whereas an agent can be like the size of a book,
Mm.
which is more
So Wendy, can I
more
ask a question?
conversational based. Yeah.
Wendy, may I ask a question?
Yeah.
When you're asking in your project or your chat,
Yeah.
to create this skill, to review what you've gone through and then create a skill, are you doing that with the tab that's chat or the tab that says work?
You have to do it in whatever chat that you have used. You can't switch between the two. You either have to, so you have to make a decision which tab that you're using. You'll be using, all your projects will be chat.
Yeah, they will. They are. That's fine.
Yeah.
That's all I needed to know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
So you're not actually getting it to create a skill. You're asking it to read the conversation and see what skills it would recommend.
Okay.
Used.
So let me do it. Let me do it on mine. Actually, I'm going to use an old one, I think. Let's use an old one.
So, so I'm slightly confused here. So you're actually going into an existing chat
Yeah.
to enable you to create the skill. You're not creating the skill from nothing.
No, you're not creating it from nothing. You're making it really specific and relevant to the conversation that you've had. So it's going to give you options that you can choose to help you to improve your work.
Within that particular chat, and then that
Yeah,
builds up.
within that
Then
chat.
that builds up your skills bank so that you can then use it naturally at another time. Or
So when you've created a skill, what will happen is when you're using this chat, you'll say, bring in the skill, da-di-da-di-da. And then when it brings in the skill, it switches into creating the outcome based on that skill. So let me give you an easy example. So one of the skills that I have created, let me just see if I can give you an example here. So every day I get a briefing about ChatGPT. It picks the 2 top stories that are the most relevant to my business. It schedules them to me every day. So what I want to do from this briefing is I want to turn both of these briefings into like a thought leadership post for social media and for my website, which is what I'm just about to do with it. So I will say, can't remember the name of the skill. This is the problem. You've got to keep a record of the names of the skill, which I can't remember. I haven't freaking written it down. You have to create a list of the skills, otherwise you'll get where I am and I can't remember the name of the skill. So what the skill will do is it will turn this content into a thought leadership post in the style that I want instantly. So if I say, I can't remember what it's called, bring in the,
would it be, if you go into skills, would it be listed there
yeah, for
on
sure.
the left there?
Yeah, I just didn't want to bounce back out again. Bring in the newsletter skill. I don't think it. Okay, so I've got one called Wendy's Writing Voice. I'm going to have to go into the skills and actually put it on my document because I can't for the life of me remember what it is. So rather than pulling things out of thin air. We want to build skills around the work that we are already. Field guide editor, news article builder. Here we go, news article builder. We want to create them around the work to help us do a better job, rather than randomly having a whole load that we're never going to use.
I'm a bit lost. I was a bit behind, catching up. So I've gone to my
Hang on a sec, Sarah. Hang on.
Sorry, go on.
So
go on.
right, by invoking that skill on these 2 articles that's been researched by chat, it's now turned this into an article that I can share in the style that I like. So it's taken this copy and it's turned it into a thought leadership post that I can create, that I can just post.
And to create that skill in the first place, you did that off the back of some work you'd already done, so that it would then learn that that's the style that you like to write these things in.
So in the AI news briefing that I have come through, I've suddenly thought, oh, okay, what skill can I create to help me to publish these stories? And then it's given me a list of the potential skills that I can create. I've picked one of those skills, and then I've just adapted it to fit how I like to write.
This is going to require some practice.
Yeah, it is, but it's not as complicated as it sounds. Sorry, hang on, Lise. It's not as complicated as it sounds. Sarah, what were you saying?
Could you go through the process? So I've opened up a project that I've been doing a load of work in for selling my book.
Yeah.
So how do so I've opened that chat up now. Where do I go from there to get it to create a skill from that bit of work I've been doing?
Right. Okay. So let me just right. So in the chat, we're not creating the skill yet. We're trying to get a sense of the potential skills that we could create.
Right.
Rather than actually creating the skill, because you want to make a decision as to what is going to be the best one for you to create. So in the chat box, just say something like read the full chat. I want to create a chat skill. What would you recommend? Now, obviously, I could say this better. I just can't think of a filler word in the middle to say what I want to focus in on, because I can't remember what this conversation is about. But what it's going to do is going to read through the whole document.
Yeah.
And then it's giving me, right, here we go. It's giving me some skills that I can create. Found a transition. Its purpose would be productivity. It would be helping you to navigate the psychological transition from operator to, oh, it's a bit wordy. So you might want to say put it in plain English, from operator to architect. So that's one. It says is possible. And then company builder is actually one that I've already got created. Not a CEO, company builder. Every decision filters through questions like, does this create an asset? Does this increase enterprise value? So it's giving you a choice of skills that you can create to bring into this conversation to help you to do a better job. See things.
Yeah, that's brilliant. Yeah. I've done that because we've been working on trying to stop my project sounding like AI and making it sound like me. So we've already done a lot of the work, and it's given me a whole output on how we could create a skill to bring in to make this happen without as much tearing out of hair.
Yeah, so one of the skills that I've got created is my voice. Better in marketing intelligence found a lens. Oh, where's it gone? Where's it gone? Oh, interesting. It's not there. I created one called
So Wendy, once it's given us the ideas of skills that it can create from that chat, what do we do then?
right. Hang on a second. Let me just answer Lisa's question. Lisa,
Yeah,
what
sure.
was your
Yeah,
question?
sorry, Lisa.
That's all right.
Well, the question, because I like to learn methodically, and I'm an active learner, so I like to do as I'm learning. I understand that you have to do the whole thing with in that chat with get Lucas or whoever your preferred GPT is, get that summarized. It's come now back with what I need to consider. I've asked it, is this one skill or several skills? It's come back to say several skills, and I've broken that down. And now I've asked Lucas to say, how do I go about building this skill? So I'm presuming he'll tell me the next stage, which is got how to build that skill. So when I go into the skill, that skill tab, you know, in plugins where you've got plugins or skill, you go into skill, it gives you a plus, doesn't it? So I presume when you go into that,
yeah, that's
that
not how
allows
it
you to
works,
build
Lisa.
the
It's not
skill.
how it works. It's not how it works.
Well, yeah. So if
Yeah.
you can talk through just step by step, because when I'm my learning style, and that's why I quite like to have notes, as Penny has requested. I need to be able to see, it has to link up how it's working, because otherwise it just becomes a rabble and then I don't use it. So if we can go to, okay, we've got the information about the skill set, then how do we go about setting up, which I think is what Sarah just asked.
Yeah.
How do we
It's the next step. So does everybody have a skill that they want to create?
Yeah.
Yep. Cool. Bernie, have you got one?
Yeah.
Yep. Cool. Let me just check something a minute. I'll do that afterwards. Right. So you want to open a new chat. So step one is open a piece of work that you want to focus in on. Step two is to ask, what are some skills that I could create from this conversation? Obviously, you want to have a bit more context in the middle. And then you want to pick one. You want to open a new chat, and then you want to come across to work. So what work's going to do? Yeah, Heather?
Sorry, I just missed. I was just looking. I was literally just opening up a piece of work there, and I missed that. So you opened up the piece of work. You asked it what skills I would need, and then suddenly we're in work.
Right. Okay. So I think you're mixing up work and chat. So you go to your project.
Yeah. Open something up.
Open something up. Ask what skills.
Yeah.
You pick one. You open a brand new chat, not in a project, not in anything, just a brand new chat. You then come across to work.
Okay, cool.
I forgot to say you should copy and you should have copied the skill you want to create. You pop it in the chat box and you say you want to create this as a new skill.
Okay.
It's this easy. It's this easy. And then just click enter.
Yeah, so that's done within work, not within skill. And then it gets...
Yeah, it gets saved in skills.
Okay.
So anything that requires a bit more of a brain gets put into work. So if it's a process, if it's a digital process, if it's more technical, it gets created in work. Now, what you'll see is that it'll have a little bit of text, and then it will start thinking, and you can see how it's thinking. So you will have a so it's using codecs in the background now. So normally you would have to code this, but you don't have to anymore. They've made it super easy with just a very clear instruction. It will create a skill. It might take a couple of minutes because it's got to think about it. Is everybody creating their skill?
Doing it now, ma'am.
Out of interest, what have you all got as a skill? Bernie, what have you got?
Hang on. Oh God, mine's reflection to wisdom, because what I'm trying to do at the moment is to get out to more people, let them know the sort of work I do. So
Right.
while I've been away, I've been writing up loads of new posts and my journey and things like that. So it's basically going back to basics.
Yeah.
But what it's come up is absolutely fantastic.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Heather, what have you got as a new skill?
So I've just got to the point where I've asked it to give me a list. So basically, I've gone into my my daily briefing,
Yeah.
which is around momentum and people going for B Corp accreditation,
Yeah.
and other standards. And I've asked what skill. Already got, there's 8 and they're all brilliant. So maybe I've got 8 new skills.
Just pick one.
But in terms of basic, I wanted to create. I know I wanted to create really pithy sort of take on one of the things to pick up on some particular phrases and that up and use a very short sort of post for LinkedIn, keeping it simple.
Okay, cool. Penny, what do you have?
Right. I want to know what my meetings are every morning. So I've got tomorrow's meeting shows next day's schedule. Then I can do weekly meeting digest to summarize all meetings for the week, group by day. An executive briefing lists only external meetings, executives, VIP attendees. I think that's a bit too much. And then it'll give me the meeting preparation. And I need to connect to my calendars,
Yeah.
which I've already done.
Yeah. Yeah. Brilliant. Okay. Sarah, what have you got? All quite different to one another.
Yeah, I'm creating a skill called the Sarah and Quark, which is my writing project. Sarah and Quark operating system.
Oh, what does it do?
It so what it's doing is it's creating the foundations that, because Quark and I write together, and we found what I've discovered over this last week is that it just keeps writing it in an AI voice. So it's to get the process that we can collaborate together so that we don't keep going round and round and round in circles.
Right. So one of the things you do want to do, and actually everyone should do this, is that you should get a whole load of documents. Step 1, ask chat what should be in a signature, writing signature writing style. Ask chat what's in a signature writing style, because I do this for my clients. I say, what's this client's signature writing style? Obviously, I've got a framework. Ask chat what elements needs to be in it. Upload loads of samples of your writing, and then ask it to read through all the different files and ask it to create your unique signature writing style. Now, I wouldn't just do this from writing, but I would also do it energetically as well. So ask it, what's the energy behind the writing style? And then that'll give you, it's not the whole thing, but it'll give you a document that you can consistently use to say, this is my writing style. And it's going to, I mean, I very rarely get any AI written content. Because I think that I use different documents in different ways. But that's definitely one of the ways that you can prevent it from making so many mistakes and sending you around in circles. The other thing that you can also do is in your settings, it says personalization. And I think I shared it a while ago, within your personalization settings, you can say what you do not want it to do. So I would also reinforce it and put it in there as well. I haven't got the full copy anymore because I deleted some the other day.
Yeah, I think I did that. I did that a few sessions ago. Went back and did that, the unique writing style, but it just didn't sound right. I knew it didn't sound right. And so what we've been doing this last week is working out why to me it doesn't sound right. It just doesn't sound like me. So
the signature style.
Yeah. So it's just been taking what you've taught us earlier further.
Yeah, do the signature framework.
Yeah, I gave it that to start with, Wendy, and I put that into my chats before I start. This is my signature style, but it still kept getting it wrong. So yeah,
Are you using an agent or are you just using a normal chat?
I'm being used. It's a project that was set up by another AI lady who helped me when I was first writing my book.
Okay.
So it's something a bit different. Yeah. But it's similar, but it's in a project. It's my writing style project.
The agents have been trained in a specific way.
I can try it with an agent as well. Yeah.
To try and rule as much of that out as possible. Whereas if you're just using a normal chat, there's no framework for them to work. The chat has no framework to work within, so it's falling back to its default style, which is why you're fighting with it.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. So go back to is there a specific agent that would help with writing copy?
There's loads of them. There's loads of them. If you go into the sheet,
Anne and I remember Anne and I remember.
And then if you can add a source document, so just add your signature writing style to the source document, so it's got something to pull from. So, Lise, what have you created?
Well, I'm dealing with a complex legal investigation on an employment investigation, and mine's all about what I've done is I've created in the project. I've asked it to create a skill set around that particular project I'm working on. It's come up with about 7 different skills I need to consider. So the first one I'm sorting is, it's very boring for everybody else. Everybody else, it sounds very exciting, but it's I'm just getting the just bear with me. I'm just going back up to the top. In essence, I've got about 20 transcripts that I've got to review and look for similarities and all that sort of stuff. And so I'm creating a skill to do that for me.
Cool. No, that's cool. That'll save you heap loads of time.
So, I mean, I've summarized, because I've done all of the transcripts and I've used AI to do that and recording them. I've got a clear idea of where this investigation is going, but I need the skill to be able to just take a lot of the grunt work out of it for me, and then I can put it into my own tone, my own voice. So so that's what I'm, and it is tricky, I mean, when you do these things properly, it takes a lot of work. So I'm just wanting the skill to take a lot of that work out of the way.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm doing.
Cool.
But I love how, you know, what Penny talked about and what everybody else. So he's given me lots of ideas on how I can use
exactly. And yeah, we all are uniquely different, and what we do is uniquely different. So we've all got our spin, and I think it's why it's important to take it from your own content and not just to mirror what someone else is telling you to do, because it's not going to be, you won't use it and it's not going to be helpful. Whereas this way you can build on what you've already created, which is much more powerful. So when it's gone through the process, it should tell you that it's created the skill and given it a name. Yeah. So you want to keep that name.
I haven't got that far yet.
Okay.
So because it's broken everything down into about 8 different areas, and I'm not quite sure what I should be copying into the skill. So I'm going to have to work through that with ChatGPT and get it clear in my head before I create something that doesn't work.
You know what, Liz? I think don't make it so complicated. For testing purposes, so you know how to get used to it, just pick one and create the skill, because that's
okay.
You can delete it. You can delete it.
Okay, that's fine.
But then you can start to see how it's creating it in the background and how to actually create a skill and to edit it.
All right, that's fine.
Yeah. Right. So it should give you the name of the skill.
Yeah.
Yep. So go back to the chat that you originally identified the skill within. Yeah, go back to that chat where you identified the skill. And in the chat box, say, I don't know, bring in, invoke, activate, whatever your word is, and the name of the skill, and then press enter.
Do you have to put it like an @ sign or anything, or just the name of the skill?
No, just name it. Just name it.
Where's it gone?
Wendy, I'm ever so sorry. I'm going to have to go in about 5 minutes.
Yeah. Okay.
This has been really good. Great to see you all.
And you, strange. Don't be a stranger.
Not intentional, I promise.
No, I know. I know you're just. Yeah. Well, you've just launched a business, so you are going to be. You are going to be super busy.
I hadn't expected to take so much of my time, though.
Wow.
And all the things that I prefer to be doing, particularly the admin and invoking skills to get my VAT pretty well, not automated, but a heck of a lot of heavy lifting done, has been fantastic with Chat and Claude.
Oh, good.
Honestly, I couldn't have done it without it. And Claude identified a bug in the software.
Wow. That's cool.
Extraordinary.
Yeah. It's the tech now is, and the fact that and that they've made it user friendly now. So Codex was so complicated, whereas this is straightforward.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, everything you're doing, Wendy, which increases our knowledge, is fantastic.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, you're really brilliant. The support you give is extraordinary.
Thank you, honey. Yeah, I don't want to be one of those people that just takes your money and disappears on you.
No, same here. You know, I think we're all the same.
Yeah.
We all do everything to deliver as well as we possibly can, and our clients appreciate it.
Yeah. So what I'll do is, what time in the video? What time is it now? So 49. So if you make a note of 49 minutes, right? And then you could come back into the video at 49 minutes.
Terrific.
Because
Brilliant.
obviously you're not going to want to watch the whole thing.
Thanks ever so much.
Well, Wendy,
All
I'm
right,
afraid.
lovely. Take care.
See you
You got to
so
go as well,
sorry.
Bernie.
Sorry. Yeah.
It's all right. No, it's fine. It's fine. It's all good. Heather, have you got to go as well?
No. I was getting excited because Charlie took all of 1 minute and 59 seconds to create the skill. Thank you very much. I can't even make a fried egg in that time. And I've just applied it to
Is it good?
to today's briefing. So basically what it's come up with, it was take 5 possible LinkedIn ideas off the back of it. Choose one, make it into a briefing, and then Heather it and DAI it to give me a post that's pretty much ready to go.
Yeah, that's what
and
I've
I now
done.
have my first skill.
Yeah, nice. So you've tried it, it works, you're happy with it?
I haven't read it. Still it's like, oh, for God's sake, do you have to put every single micro sentence on a new line? It does my head in. So have you not heard of the concept
you
of
can
a
stop it.
paragraph?
You can stop it from doing that. Have you done your signature writing style?
Heavens no.
No, well, do that. It's important.
Okay.
It's important.
Yes, miss.
It is. You know, all these people that go on bloody LinkedIn, and excuse my French, but it pisses me off, that go on LinkedIn and moan, oh, I can't do this, it can't write. Yes, because you haven't taught it to write properly.
Yes, it needs to learn.
It drives me
or at
nuts.
least go in and edit it yourself, because you can do that, because you do still have a brain,
This drives me nuts. Right. Okay, so you read that, because then I'll show you how to change it. Sarah, have you invoked your skill?
I have invoked my skill, oh great one.
Invoked your skill. It's not really a word I use, but I quite like it.
Yes, and it's also given me 4 other skills that need to go into it. So this is just the beginning.
Right.
So we've created one skill, and now I've gone back to the new chat where I said create this first skill. So I've gone back to that one. I've given it its second one, and it's gone right. Yeah, now we're going to
update it.
We're going to take all that. Yeah. So yeah, brilliant, Wendy.
Didn't even need to tell you. Perfect.
Yeah, this is really brilliant, because I'd over this last week I realized, my God, this document is brilliant. What we've discovered now about my process, how I like to work with ChatGPT, and I thought, how on earth am I going to put this into words? So this is brilliant, perfect timing.
Brilliant.
Thank you.
Lise, how did you get on with yours?
I've created my first one.
Whoa.
So I'm going to review that, and yeah.
So what you need to do is go back to the chat where it identified the skills, and then just say, bring in this skill. As soon as you bring in the skill, it will do whatever it's designed to do. And this is what's really interesting. You may not even ask it to do the skill, and it might just automatically bring it in because it knows that it needs to use that skill.
Yeah, that's what it says it's doing this project. Yeah.
Wendy, so because I don't like to have too much stuff in one chat because it becomes overwhelming.
Yeah.
Could I do that by setting up a branch? So if I set up a branch and then say utilize this skill, so that's
yeah, I'm pretty sure you can. I don't see why not.
Well, then I'd be asking for a summary of all the documentation that I've got in that. I'll try that. I'll try it as a branch.
Yeah. And you can also bring in like 2 skills, 3 skills. So it will use multiple skills to do a better job.
Marvelous.
Doing all the skills. I don't think it'll take me that long, to be honest. Now I've done one.
It doesn't. It's honestly, it is just a genius.
And I've just gone in because it basically whilst it wrote the post, say I can change a few things, but what it did was it kind of just went straight into it. It's kind of like, if you write a recipe, and it sort of went straight into the instructions without telling you how many, what you need, your ingredients were, for example. So you just go back into it and then go edit, and you can literally put some extra bits in there. So I've just done that and see how that has an impact.
See, if you all do your signature style, and then from your signature style, create a skill. So this skill is for my news article builder, which is the one I was just talking about, the authority piece. And what it's done in this skill is it's brought in already Wendy's writing voice.
Where is Wendy's writing voice saved?
That's a very good question. I thought I'd saved it, but I don't understand. Yeah, I don't actually understand.
Is that a
where
skill
that's
as well?
gone. It's a skill. It should be a skill. It should be in my skills, but I can't see it there.
So Wendy, could I ask a question on writing voice? Can you set up 2 types of writing voice? And I'll tell you why. Because I'm writing an article, I'm very conversational. But if I'm doing a legal document, it's very
legal. You can write as many as you want. You can write as many as you want.
Because I don't want to confuse it, because I still get things where I'm trying to create stuff and it comes up, and now you're writing in Wendy's voice, and I go, I'm not Wendy, I am Lisa.
Oh, it's weird.
So you can have. I just don't want to confuse chat. So as long as I'm really clear which voice I'm writing in, I can have as many voices as I want.
Yes. Yeah, as many as you want.
Yeah.
So let me see if this is here, because.
Well, can't you just search the skills?
You probably can, but here it is. So it must only show you a certain amount of skills, but it is here. So, Heather, in answer to your question, what I'll do is I'll put it on the spreadsheet where all that. So in the spreadsheet, there's a new tab that says skills now, and all the skills that I've created are in here.
So you can sort of take those and adjust them accordingly to.
So you can click on it. And then obviously what I've done is I've just copied and pasted it in. Now, all of the skills, apart from 2, have been created to make better decisions in the business. So, founder lens is decisions. Market intelligence is to pull out the conversations I'm having with people around the objections, the positive messaging. So it's marketing intelligence that is gathered from only the people that I'm talking to about the book agent, because that's my focus now, is the book agent. Founder frequency.
Brilliant.
Oh,
book agents for everybody. Brilliant.
Yeah. Hopefully, I'll be rich if that's the case.
Yeah, really good.
The newsletter builder is based on building credibility. So all the ones that I've created have been about making better decisions, ultimately, growing a business, stepping up. So my natural evolution has been to go from founder to building a company.
So are we able to edit those at all for ourselves? Yeah.
Just go in, edit them. But I really, really recommend, if you're not doing it, I want to really encourage you to use either Lucas or Wendy consistently, and doing the reports consistently.
Yeah.
So, God, Zoom is so annoying. The way I wish it would split up the screen. I think there are some skills missing, of company builder, founder code, newsletter. Right, there is a skill which isn't here, which I also need to add, which will write a report. So if you're having a conversation with Lucas during the week, it will read the whole conversation and it will create a report based on that conversation, which is going to help you to make sure that you are in the right lane of your business. that you're not doing something that's going to take you off track. So it's what I've been doing for the last 2 years, and it is phenomenal. So when it creates that report every week, when I create a new chat in Lucas, I upload it every week without fail. I've been doing it relentlessly, and I do it every week. It's that good because that's allowed me to build the company builder skill. Which is the evolution from founder. So before, when I started this methodology, I was very much a worker, very much a worker. Moved into founder, started to think differently, and now I'm moving into a new mindset, which is building this as a company. They're very different mindsets, modalities, different things that you have to do, how you have to think differently within the business. So it helps you to stay on track. So I really encourage you to do it. Even if it's a ball ache, just get used to doing it because it will help you run your business better. I guarantee it.
So everything that we've done elsewhere, put it into Lucas.
I would start. Oh, here we go. How did I get there? Sorry, Sarah.
Right.
I don't know how I don't know. I got installed. Look, if you click installed here.
There they are.
But hang on a minute. It says created by me. So can I share these? Chat, edit, uninstall. I need to explore that a bit more because it says created by me, which means that I must be able to use other people's skills, but I'm not quite sure how that works. Right. So we understand how to find skills that will help us to do a better job in the business, basically around a specific project. Just go into one of your chats that you use consistently or a piece of work that you're doing, and then just ask, what skills, blah, blah, blah. It's going to give you a list of skills. And then think about the one or the ones that you want to create and stick them in work and just say, can we create this as one skill? Let's create this skill. And then what Sarah's just experienced, which is what I experienced, is that you start to develop and update the skill quite quickly. So it's better.
Yeah, I've just done an update. It still doesn't understand the concept of the paragraph, but we'll work on that one. I think ChatGPT is just innately enabled to write paragraphs.
You can train it. Honestly, I did all the stuff that Wendy showed us, Heather. It was a bit of a ball ache, but I did it and went through that process. And then I've kept on finding, because my thing is writing, so it had to be right. And it's evolved over time. And now with this, bloody marvelous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Wendy, one of the things I haven't done is I haven't even looked at Claude, because if I get too many things going on,
you won't need to now. You won't need to. Claude is
the switch between both, but I just haven't. I haven't done that because I find it too complex.
I'm so glad I never did. I'm so glad I never did. So glad. So many people moved over to Claude, and then Claude started getting problems, and they thought they were moving ethically, but just very clever marketing.
Anyway, well, that's been good.
Just very clever marketing. Right. Okay. So before I go, I'll just leave you with one more thing, because this is really, really, really powerful. So, in the olden days.
That's last week. Yes. In the olden days is last week.
In the olden days. Right, new chat. Go back to work. I mean, Heather's already done this. But you can hang on a minute. Let me see if I can find you an example. Shit, I don't know where one thing I do recommend you do is you create a folder for skills and you create a folder for work. Work projects are different from skills. Skill is a very specific function. You know, you're creating your skills and you're pulling them into your chats. Work are things like mini app creation. So you can create apps with inside work that you can either use yourself or you can get that you can have for your clients. So in the olden days, this used to be really complicated and really expensive. Now this is just crazily, insanely simple. You basically just say, so I wanted to create this little assessment. I'm not happy with it just yet, but for the first go, it's pretty good. And what it's going to do is going to tell people whether their book is ready to be turned into a companion. So it's similar. It's the same theory as yours, Heather, just a different question outcome. So it's going to go through, it's going to answer the questions. So it's created the page. It's created the whole process in about 2 minutes.
So this is different to creating a GPT, isn't it? This is more.
So this is more, think of this as a lead magnet.
Okay.
Think of this more as, think of it as a lead magnet. Think of this.
Yeah, quite a simple one. So it hasn't got a lot of mechanics behind it.
Yeah. What I recommend you do when you do something like this, because it is simple, is you want to make sure that you do a good job. So I would use the agent that creates the quizzes. Create all of the questions, create all the questions in Harry, get your formula worked out, and then ask work to create an interactive assessment, quiz, report, and it'll just do it for you. It is absolutely crazy. And do your colors, do your text, do your fonts. It is. I'm still blown away by this.
So Wendy, again, because there'll be people on here who are far more technical than me. When you've created this, where do you then put it into so it links in with your CRM? Because obviously you're doing this to capture data, aren't you, from people?
Yeah,
if it's in HTML.
So this isn't I haven't finished it, so I've got no idea how it's created. What you can do is you can turn this into a site inside ChatGPT now. So you can turn it into a website page.
Lisa, what do you use for where do you put your website or your landing pages?
Plus 360. So I've got everything.
Mark, isn't it? That's Mark. I think he uses Go High Level. I think his CRM's Go High Level. Yeah,
so if you do that, if this can be exported, if you can find out, Wendy, I mean, even if you just ask it now, is if it can it export this as HTML? Because then, if your system is based on Go High Level, which Wendy seems to think it is, you can literally drop the code in, which is what I did. I got for an assessment that I've created in Claude. Claude gave me the HTML, and I literally created a page, dropped the HTML in. I say literally, it did take me a few days to get it. But I mean, a month ago, I wouldn't be able to do it myself at all. It would have cost me £5,000 for somebody to do it.
Yeah, it's insane.
And it gave me the HTML and even gave me how I then send the report with the correct, this is what you've scored and this is the implication of those scores, and it sends those to them, adds them to my CRM, and unfortunately it doesn't then just chase them up and sell something to them, but we'll get there. We've got the rest of the automation to do yet, but it is possible.
I mean, to be honest, I could ring Mark and just ask him how I do that, and he'd show me how to do it. And then once I know how to do something,
if it can export it as HTML, then it should be easy.
Let me just see if there's a workaround, because if you can just create the page in chat as a website page, this might be easier. Create it as a website page with inside of chat and link it up to Go High Level. You don't need to move. You don't need to do the HTML. You can just use the connection between chat going straight to Go High Level. Huh?
I want everything to operate within one system, so I'm capturing people's details. Because if I've got too many,
no, I get that.
You know, if I've got too much going on, it's like, oh, where's the info?
Right.
I'm trying to get organised, Wendy.
Linked to.
Which is not my forte. No, I'm going to reframe that. Being organised is something I'm getting better and better.
It comes naturally to you.
It comes naturally to me.
Yes. Wendy, can I just ask, you said you set up a folder. How do you do that?
What, one of these?
Yes.
Right, hang on a second. I just want to see what it says about this question to right, so it can remain as an interactive web page like the one already created and connected directly to Go High Level. So that you do not need to build the checker as a normal Go High Level HTML page. Shit, this is brilliant. It means you can create unlimited pages. Mark will tell you, Liz.
Yeah, you need the webhook bit.
Yeah, you need that between the.
I'll find out from Mark.
Right.
So Wendy, you've got there in your pins, you've got those two folders. How do you create those folders for your skills and your work?
So you go to, it's a project. You create a project.
Okay.
Yep, create a project. And with these projects, these two, I wouldn't close it. I would have them as open. So I normally recommend that when you create a project, you where is it? Projects. When I say when you create a project, you just want everything to remain in that project. This project, these folders can use everything. Because what I have now learned, God, it gets complicated. What I have now learned, why can't I get to my chats? Oh, I think you can now move. Do you see that these are blacked out? This is new, I think. These are blacked out, which means that they are only using the content within that project. These are open, so you can add whatever to them. And I think you can even add agents, the start of a conversation with an agent in here without it losing.
So you make it, just to backtrack a bit, when you make a folder, you just go to projects, click plus.
Yeah.
And then what?
Projects.
Yeah.
For the skills, just do skills.
All right.
And then give it a little icon, whatever. I don't know, whatever you want it. Whatever you want to give it.
Right.
Oh, custom color. Ooh, that's new. Oh, pink's new. Oh God. And then let me just you want just default memory on these two folders, because then you can add in all sorts of content, whereas the ones that are closed you can't.
Okay.
This is new. There's so much that is new in chat.
I'm feeling a bit stressed.
I'm feeling a bit overwhelmed.
It's really, just think it's really simple, right? Stage one, in your chat, just say, until you get used to it, until you know what you want to create, just say, what would be a really great skill that would help me to improve this conversation? I mean, obviously you need more context than that. You don't need much more context than that. It will give you a list of skills to create.
Yeah.
Pick one, copy it, go across to work, pop it in work and just say, create this skill.
Yeah.
Yeah. It'll save it. Go back into the chat and then just say, activate this skill. It'll bring the skill in, do what it needs to do, and then you can just have a think, is this good enough? I mean, I've been blown away with what it's done for me.
Yeah.
And then you just create a bank of them.
Right.
And you can have as
That's
many
it.
skills as you want, can't you, Wendy? There's
think
no
so.
restriction.
I don't think, I mean, not that I've heard of,
Mm.
not that I've seen, not that I've heard of. There's no limit as far as I know.
Are we nearly done? Because I'm going to have to go in a second.
We're done. Yeah.
Yeah.
You've tired me out now.
Wendy, can I squeeze another question in? You know, with Lucas, because I've divorced Lucas without meaning to. I've just stopped using him, and I love him, but I've been whisked away by another one. So how do I use him?
You can use another agent.
No, I'm happy with Lucas. It was just I've been using my Quark one for my writing and been concentrating on that. So if I go back to Lucas, so I just put everything I've been doing elsewhere into Lucas so he knows what I'm up to. Is that right? Is that what we did?
Let me show you, because chat has changed a little bit. So so you want to open the master document that you've got. And you want to I'm having withdrawal. I haven't created an agent in what, 4 weeks?
I know, it's like, come on, Wendy, this is Slack, girl. What are you doing all day?
It's the same Google Doc link, isn't it? You haven't given us a new Google Doc
no,
link.
it's the same. It's the same. So activate Lucas.
Mm-hmm.
And then you want to click on, because remember, we used to have all the GPTs down this side. You can only have 10, you can only have 10 now. So you want to activate him, and then in theory, what should happen? You see? No, you don't see. I don't see. So, right, go up to the 3 little dots, and then, so for your favorite agents, you want to pin them to the side of the chat bar, but you can only have 10 pinned things. So you've got to be really selective about what you pin.
Yeah, because you can pin what you call it as well, can't you? Projects.
So that projects, agents. That's the problem, is that you're limited now. You can only have 10 here.
But Wendy, you can just use the @ sign and bring them in, can't you? Because that's what I've done.
You can, if you've been using them consistently. If you haven't, then you're going to have to do this again. Right. But when you do the @ sign now, there's so many things that come up now.
Yeah, there are.
It's like, so if you do the @ sign, you are going to get a mixture of plugins, which are agents, files, any files that you've uploaded, folders. This is really interesting. I wonder if we add Money Loves Me into here, if it's taking all the information from this project, because the folders are projects, which would be really interesting. That would be really interesting.
Can I just ask, whilst you're bringing things in, I did put this into the WhatsApp group yesterday. Accessing library, where is that?
Because replied. I did reply.
Sorry, I didn't see the reply. I beg your pardon.
That's all right. So I think what you have to do is you don't bring up library. If you remember what the name of your article is, you did say,
yeah,
and then
you've got to have a bit of a memory. You've got to have a bit of a memory.
However, the search bar. Oh, mind you, that's not going to work. That's not going to work. The search bar's improved significantly.
Yeah, because library just has everything in it. You've got to almost clean it daily. It's like the washing up. It's hideous.
Yeah, it's a bit of it. I mean, it's definitely better, but it's still a nightmare.
Yeah. Okay.
So can you just access the library, without going to it in a project?
It's here.
If you go,
Oh, yeah.
it's literally every picture you've sucked in or everything. It's just got
Oh,
end of
so you
crap.
I hope I haven't got any dodgy pictures, but I've
Oh, look, there's that picture. Yeah,
the last time I did this, I had the picture of a turd from the dog. I needed
Could
to
have
take
been
it to
worse,
the
Wendy.
vet.
Could have been worse.
I think we've seen that
Wendy.
anyway in the WhatsApp group. So, you know,
Oh,
just
yeah.
ask.
Sorry?
I've added into the library all my branding kit, everything, colours, so that if I'm producing anything, but it still gets the logo wrong.
So what I would do, and I haven't done this yet, I wonder if we can turn it into a skill.
That might be a good idea, Wendy.
I don't know
That's
if I don't know if it will work. Let me know.
Yeah, that's a great idea to have because honestly, the amount of times I have to say you have got this logo wrong again, and he comes back, oh yes, Lisa, I am not going to the reference you have given me.
yeah.
And
Does it interpret it, Lisa? Where it sort of, for me, it takes my hat and sort of just redraws it the way it feels like it should. I put my sister's logo, and it literally made up something completely different. I mean, different colors, different font, different shape, different everything. And it's like, where have you got this from? And it keeps telling you that it's doing the right thing. It's like,
I've even put in all the numbers for the colours. The what are they called?
Pantone.
The hex. They don't use Pantone, they use something else. So anyway, I put all the numbers in. Yeah, hex, that's it. I put all the numbers in. I'll get sick of copying and pasting from Canva all the hex numbers, and it still gets it bloody wrong.
Yeah. I have to say that recently it's better.
Sorry?
Recently it's better. I literally did an amazing graphic for my momentum principles. And its first go, it didn't get it quite right. And then I went back and said, please include my logo, added it. And these are I've got 2 key colors. And it got it absolutely bob on. It was brilliant. And I've already sent that out to people who've engaged with me over a certain post. And it looks great. So when it gets it right, but it has taken a lot of swearing.
Yeah, I'm very polite. Anyway.
Sarah. Just to backtrack a bit, so we got to open the master documents, activate Lucas with a bit of foreplay, don't dive straight in. Go to the top 3 dots in the right and pin it, and then what?
Yeah, then you just click go.
And just get going. And then did you say that you would bring in, because I have chats in other places, did you say bring them into so it knows what else you're doing? Or
no, I would start afresh and just use it afresh.
Yeah.
And then what I would do is in the skills, one of the skills that I've created, which isn't in this document, which I need to add. I thought I'd added them all, but shit, I've already created about 8 skills, I think. There will be a weekly CEO report. Use that skill at the end of the week. You're going to have to change it, but use that skill at the end of the week, and then it'll give you a report. And then you start a new week. So week 2, you upload that document with a list of things it is that you're working on, and it'll help you to stay on track.
Okay, got you. Rings a bell. Thank you.
Sorry, with that in mind, in terms of the schedule thing, which I know the schedule thing to set off on a mission to go and research is brilliant. Can you schedule it to kind of give you a kick up the bum at 8 o'clock every morning to go, Heather, you need to fill in your Lucas bits?
You used to be able to, but it doesn't do it anymore. It's a task.
So you just have to just do that in your normal calendar.
Right, Wendy, darling, I am gonna have to go.
Yeah, I also have to go.
Me too.
I've got
Thanks,
to half past.
thanks ever so much, Wendy. Thank you.
I need cake.
Bye, Lisa.
And lovely to see you all, ladies.
And you love. Take care. Bye.
Take care. Bye,
Could
darling.
we just
Bye-bye.
stick it in your diary? Just stick it in your calendar.
That's why I was just. Yeah.
It's
easier, I just wondered if it was sort of attached to Lucas.
Lucas can't do it. No.
I'm going on a date with Lucas right now. I'm off.
It's all right. I've been unfaithful as well.
Okay, we'll get back on track. I'll get you
Seriously,
some flowers.
if you do Lucas and you do founder frequency once a
Yeah.
quarter, use both of those documents, and seriously, the business will.
Yeah.
And some of the
Cool.
other skills I've created, like the company
Yeah.
builder skill is phenomenal.
Yeah.
It's just completely blown me away.
Right.
Yeah, I need a bit of direction, because there's 47 things I could be working on,
Yeah.
including,
Exactly.
Wendy. I am sending my outline proposal to this organization in Bangkok.
Ooh.
No, I know, it's literally, and it's like, I met this person through somebody who saw me speaking on a panel. She then said, you need to meet, they live in Horsham, which is just up the freaking road, and they split their time between here and Bangkok. They're both Thai but grew up here.
Yeah,
They've got this incredibly successful training and development company. He
awesome.
loves pushing the envelope and literally introducing new things.
Nice.
And then I kind of went, oh, I've got a friend who does a lot of work in Singapore, who's very successful. Yeah, he's a world-class author, blah blah blah. And I phoned him, and I just kind of went, could you just talk me through this? I've never done an international, proposal type thing.
Cool.
And I said, by the way, do you know them? He's like, oh yeah. He said, we did a bit of work with them, and the families are really good friends. We've had, Sunday lunches together. We've stayed with each other. Like, oh my God. So and
Synchronicity.
I've literally naught degrees of separation.
Fabulous.
And I've just put the outline proposal, what do you call it? Charlie's been a great help. ChatGPT. Charlie's been a great help. Just literally pulling things together. But it's great because Star Pro Insight is brilliant. So all the meetings I've had, it's like I take that bit from that bit from that. And then my friend has very kindly, they actually did a proposal, like the full legal document with everything in it.
Wow.
It didn't go ahead, and he said, this is for your eyes only, but here it is. Would you like to just use that as the basis for your contract and your proposal?
Awesome.
Wow.
So I'm sending that
Fabulous,
off today.
Heather.
So
Fingers crossed. Yeah, everything.
Fingers crossed.
everything.
Brill. Maybe by next Tuesday meeting, we'll by first of the month meeting, we'll have
I look forward. I'm loving the fact that I can share with you the fact that we are going ahead, which basically means my sister and I will be flying to Thailand to do 3 days of training.
So I'll meet you in Bangkok then, because it's a bit of an ag to get to Koh Chang.
But you can,
I'll meet you in Bangkok. I'll just meet you in Bangkok.
I'll probably stay on an extra couple of days because I've never been.
Oh God, you should spend a week.
Yeah, well, we've got 3 days training, so I'll stay for a week.
There's no hurry. You can work online, can't you?
Yeah. It's just the logistics of it, and
I'll stop recording.
yeah. Anyway, yes,